Yes, yes, welcome back to the Rat Cave with my boy Jimi Needles. What's happening? What's happening?
It's all good.
Right, look mate, you are the man for the Rane 12s, you're the man for the Rane 1, you're a turntable man, something which
if it spins, I love it, you know?
Right, so something that I've realised that me and you have never touched on is the Denon SC6000M.
Yes.
Which is the turntablist or the spinny version of your media player. This is Denon's sort of big flagship media player. It's got built-in Wi-Fi, mate. The screen is massive on it, as you can see.
Yeah.
You can stream directly from it from Beatport Link, Beats or SoundCloud Tidal. It takes SD cards, it takes USBs, and it's also, it is an official Serato accessory.
Ah, okay.
So,
yes, full disclosure, I've not actually been on this. I didn't even know what this product was called until about, what, 20 minutes ago.
I don't know where you've been with this stuff. I just, but like, well, how don't you know what this is?
I'm just not wowed by the CDJ stuff and the media players, but
you knows what you likes and you likes what you know.
Exactly, but there's a lot of familiarity on here that I'm digging already.
So okay,
yeah,
look, at the moment I'm going to show you. So this is in standalone mode at the moment. I've got it plugged in.
So what does that mean?
So standalone mode means that this doesn't require a laptop or a computer at the moment. So this is where if we had a USB stick in it or an SD card, or we wanted to use it on streaming sites like Tidal. Okay, so I haven't got USB in, but there you go. So we have got Tidal on this at the moment. So if we go into Tidal Rising tracks, there we go, boom. These are all the tracks that Tidal thinks that we should know about. And stuff. And when you then select a track, it downloads it, it creates the waveform, and then you are literally good to play it on this. This is connected to...
So if I logged on Tidal, then I could access all my playlists and stuff?
Bruh.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. So, yeah. So with this is, you know, this is great. By the way, at this point, again, I want to remind you that I do have a dedicated video on this product, which I will link in the description or whatnot. And so if you want to know the full ins and outs of it, and also... this Rane 72, this is a 72 Mark 1 by the way, not the Mark 2, but a mixer that you're very familiar with.
Yeah, absolutely.
A Serato mixer as well. So what I'm going to do here then, Jimmy, we are going to go from standalone mode into turning this SC6000M into an official Serato accessory. So I have got this, I haven't even got it RCA'd into this 72. I have just got the USB out of the back of here, into the USB hub, into the back of the Rane 72. Obviously, if your mixer that you're using this with doesn't have a hub, you can go directly into the USB of your laptop, and then it works the same way.
Right.
But, so, we go to source, and now we click this laptop. This will stop all the audio and restart the player into computer mode. This, for me, is a shame.
Yeah,
because if you were, say, using a USB and you had another DJ or swapping over or whatever, or you wanted to, if you were using this with Serato, vice versa, and you wanted to swap to a USB, like streaming services, it doesn't really matter because you've actually got them on Serato anyway, but it's all about the swap over. It's a shame that the music has to stop. For me, that, I reckon hopefully in a future update for these, with Engine DJ.
I mean, as you said, if you're going to go into a club and you're going to use these, you'd probably be using Tidal from the laptop straight away or whatever.
It's unlikely that you're going to swap your source halfway through unless something goes wrong.
Yeah.
And if something goes wrong, then likelihood is it's already cut off anyway.
Or you've got like basically a train of people requesting songs and you're like, well, then...
yeah. So anyway, right, so this will stop all the audio and restart. So we're going to say yes. Here we go. So it's switching now, right? We've got this mixer, we've got it into the back of here, and we've got the mixer on USB-A. Here we go. So now this is in Serato mode. What we're going to do here, we're going to say which deck. The reason why it's asking which deck, Jimmy, is because you've got the layer function on this where you can play two different decks on the same player.
I do know about the layer because, I mean, even like, what, 15, 20 years ago, it was called Alpha Track, I think, back then.
Right, okay.
And you could have two tracks on the same...
on the same player. So what this is, so we're going to say, right, we want this to be deck number 1.
Yeah.
So fully touchscreen, by the way, this screen here. So this is now deck number 1, which is deck number 1 in your Serato.
Yeah.
And then when you then hit layer, that's deck number 2. So you've got Missing Sombrero live parts in your deck number 1 on Serato. Number 2, and as you can see here, mate, so you don't get confused, it's got an LED. So deck 1 is green.
Yeah.
Deck 2 is blue. So you can play both your tunes in Serato.
So in my kind of second mode, for the second layer, as it were, it's going to send the audio to Channel 2?
Channel 2.
That's crazy. Wow.
Because that's Serato knows that this is channel 1 and channel 2.
So when you're playing on your, so if this is playing on the left side right now, if I flip over, it will completely ignore, it'll still play the first layer on my left channel, but then I'll be manipulating what's happening on the second.
Yeah.
Wow.
So basically what Denon have done is almost shot themselves in the foot with this, because you only need to buy one instead of a pair. But, you know, this is great. There is another way that you can utilise the layers by using a different bit of equipment, which I will bring in actually in a minute. But what I want to do first and foremost is I want you to have a little cut up on this 6000M. Okay. I think you're going to be quite familiar with it.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what you think of like the torque and, you know, the hot cues down here and all that kind of stuff. So we'll have a little cut on it and then we'll see what you reckon, yeah?
Let's go.
So, what do you think of that then? Sick, by the way, as always.
My man.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's really tight. It's really responsive. It's as tight as the Rane 1,
So
sure.
you've got this on the high torque setting.
Yeah, I mean, even there's two torque modes, and even the normal mode, which is like, that's pretty beefy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the, you know, it's especially I noticed when you flip between the layers or when you stop the plateau, it's almost instantaneous stop. It's actually pretty crazy.
Right. So you can change that up here.
Okay.
So
so that wasn't even, that wasn't even on the faster setting. Yeah. I didn't even know you could change that.
So if that's on slow, then it will do a slower wind down.
Yeah. So that was actually there for the video.
Yeah,
so that means you could go here, and then wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So then if you put it on slow.
Okay.
See what I mean? So yeah, man, it's tight. The torque's tight. You think even on normal torque mode, it was like.
Yeah, like it's like a beefy, like you know, one of those pro flagship turntables. Got the strength of that.
Nice.
It doesn't, when I let the sample go, it's instantaneous. It's like there's no dip in speed.
How is this compared to the Rane 1?
Different, but again, like it's obviously like.
What's different about it?
It's I mean, you've got the mixer section, that's obviously completely different.
Yeah,
but here we've got Standalone 72, and I might prefer this layout. You know, it's quite interesting. It's different. It was really nice going between.
You mean having the 8 hot keys in a row rather than having them sort of stacked?
Because when I do my routines and I'm doing stuff for my band or the orchestra stuff, it's all like, you know, this is like a Latin routine that I do, and I've got all my Latin samples all laid up like this. You know, I've got like the kind of percussion sounds. And I know, because I colour coded, I can just go, oh yeah, okay, that's the, and perform that way, and just there's no kind of it's it's
good, right?
It's really good.
Yeah. So this is like the absolute hybrid between a CDJ or a media player.
If this was in a club, I would definitely like plug and play with it, because
this is the answer, mate. This is the replacement for turntables in a club. Particularly, I mean, you've got people asking for a 12-inch version of this, but then of course that's
you need that.
That's the Rane 12, but the Rane 12 isn't standalone. It doesn't have a screen. It doesn't take a USB stick. You need a laptop with the Rane 12. So I mean, there's all these little bits, like little gaps in the market, really, actually, where people are like, oh, well, you're not pleasing everyone all the time. It's like, yeah, well, it's good, but why isn't there a 12-inch version? And it's like, oh yeah, you know, why isn't there a 7-inch version of the Rane 12?
This would be massive. If there's a 12-inch version of this, it'd be absolutely massive. I'd like to see that, but it would be.
You mean massive in size, or massive in like
size, and massive if it was a thing?
Yeah.
Because. There's just so much. There's like so much going on this. I just say there's a whole world that I'm not aware about at all. It's just blown my mind.
What I do love is it actually emulates your Serato screen as well. You know,
that is nice.
You don't even have to look at your laptop when you're using this in computer mode, Serato mode.
There you go.
Yeah.
Loaded a song.
And you've got back and forward to go throughout your playlists and stuff like that. And
I like that. It's like the piddly little things you get on the mixer. It's like actually it's much nicer to kind of yeah.
And again, this is all completely running the audio. This is talking to Serato. Serato's talking to the mixer, and it's only one USB because this has got a hub.
There's so much going on. There's like all the multimedia stuff that you can plug in, like the SD cards. People are still into that, aren't they? Like,
oh, bruv, yeah. I mean, people, you know, if you've got your whole music library on an SD card, then or a USB pre-analyzed for Engine Prime. But what these can do as well, which is really mind-blowing, is they can actually analyze your tunes for you. So if you haven't analyzed it through Engine DJ, which is Denon's version of analysing tunes for export mode, you just plug it into here and it'll analyse it for you. Like the Tidal, when you download a Tidal song for the first time, it analyses it and it does all the grid for you and everything. It's mental. Denon are crazy, right? And so that is the SC6000. That's how you use it in dual layer mode, just using one of them. Of course, you can use this with the other SC6000.
So you can use 2 and a 4 channel mixer, so on and so forth. So you can really go experimental on that.
You can combine this with other stuff as well. So this is obviously the M stands for motor. This is the motorized version. There is the SC6000, which is just a platter that doesn't spin. Exactly the same, but the platter's different. But what I do want to show you now is the LC6000, which is a pure layer controller. Right. So just in case you do actually want physically 2 decks, you can add this onto the other channel, and it solely controls the other layer.
So that's the other layer, right? Okay, cool.
So let's get that set up, and then I'll show you how that works.
All right, let's have a look.
Right, mate.
Right, what's this? Another toy. Okay.
So enter the LC6000 again. Denon DJ.
They like the number 6000, don't they? What's going on with that?
Well, the ones before were the 5000s. So now it's the 6000s. So there you go.
Right.
But, so what this is, mate, is this is a pure layer controller. So it doesn't have a screen, as you can see. It's not standalone in that you can't put a USB or an SD card in it. This is an official Serato accessory.
Right.
So when you plug this into Serato, you can control Serato with this. It also works with Algorithms DJ apps. So you can actually use this with a phone.
A phone?
Yeah, on an iOS device. It's pretty mad.
What? Okay, great.
But this is a great addition to not only this setup with the layers and stuff, but if you've got like a 4-channel mixer, like let's say the new Newmark NS4 Effects, which has got 4 channels on it but only 2 jog wheels, you can put this then into Serato. You don't even have to plug this into the mixer or the controller. You plug this into Serato.
Right.
And then, so we've got this in Serato. We haven't actually selected what's what now. These 2 buttons down here, that's which deck you want this to control. So 1 or 2. So we'll have
that's the layer on this side, right?
So that's to control deck number 2.
Yeah.
And now this is, we want this as deck number 1. So now then, right, we'll get you a nice little scratch sample over on this one, because I know that's the side that you like to scratch to. And then over here, we'll load Sushi Loops number 2. So now this is controlling, right? And then over here, I'm just going to use the hotkeys here to get this in a loop.
Okay.
And
very interesting.
That's it, mate. Can you tell that me and Jimmy have DJed together on 4 decks?
Yeah, we've all like doing the whole, the whole kind of like, yeah. That's good. That's it.
That's the one.
That's the one.
So
like,
yeah, man. Okay. So this is another way to control the extra decks on Serato. Just to say again, you can use this on its own with a mixer. We wouldn't even need this. You can do what we did before with the layers, but do it on this. But that's only in Serato mode. What you can do with this as well is actually use it without Serato. You can use this as the extra layer for this when you're using this with a USB stick.
Right.
So. It's
and then access all that from there. Oh, wow.
This is layer 2.
Yeah.
When you then move this, you know, it's moving the screen. The browse knob on here is moving the screen on here.
And on my laptop too.
And on, because this is in Serato mode. If this was in standalone mode, so if we go, so we'll restart it in standalone mode. So now that's the engine DJ logo.
Yeah.
So now over here, select which deck to load. So if we want to load deck A, hold on. So now this has gone. Actually, this has gone into tidal mode. So my bad. So what this is doing now, we'll connect it to tidal. That's fine.
Was that
no drama.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So the source is on
Dropbox.
here. Yeah, you got Dropbox.
I love Dropbox.
You got Dropbox on these Denons as well. This is all built in to the engine DJ ecosystem, which
You can do everything.
Bruv, this is in this 6000M, this is in the Prime 4, this is in the Prime 2, this is even in the Newmark Mixstream Pro, which is a standalone. So if we go into Tidal now, and we'll go back to that Tidal Rising, tracks, sorry, we'll go into tracks. So then, if we go, loading, so then that is now in deck A, which is that one here. And now, I believe, if we go, if I just remember how to do this, so then we go down here, and then we'll just load that one. So then that will go into that deck over there. So then that's
bonkers. So
and as you can see how quickly that built the waveform there as well. The
that's
grid.
as fast as it's download. Like if you put a brand new track into Serato, it's even quicker than that, and you downloaded it.
But I mean, that's as good as your internet, really, because it's
Yeah.
downloading it from the internet. So, but yeah, there you go, mate. So these are, that is talking to that. It's completely. It's got the in-jog display as well. So yeah, it's literally, and they're just 2 tracks on Tidal. I haven't even got a USB in. So that is, Jimmy.
There's basically nothing. It's like, okay, this is to summarise the insanity I've just witnessed. It's ticking the boxes for scratch DJs.
Yeah.
It's ticking the boxes for people who are pretty new to DJing. They've got like SoundCloud or
If you don't even
playlists.
need to have any music, mate. You don't even need to have a laptop with this.
Wow.
If you're using it in standalone mode, yeah.
You've got standalone. Yeah, you've got the standalone. You've got a USB stick in the back.
Yeah, built-in Wi-Fi.
You only need one. Well, I'd probably buy 2, but you need one at a push, and you can access it with another controller.
Well, this is it. You only need to buy one of these because this is like twice the price as this. And obviously this one moves. This one's got a rotating platter. This one doesn't. But the 6000, not the 6000M, which has got exactly this platter here.
Right.
You can buy one of them and then this to add on, and it's just nuts, mate. It's so powerful. And then at the same time, there's Serato accessories you can use them with virtual DJ.
Why aren't these in every club then? Because like, if you're, I mean, can you use it with the motor off? Like,
yes, you can.
So because if you're like a diehard CDJ guy and you want to just you just want to stroke the jog wheel platter or whatever, like surely you don't want the motor going.
Right. So with the motor on, I don't want to play that tune because we'll be done for copyright,
Yeah.
but. With the motor on, it obviously spins and it acts like a vinyl, like a record. When you take the motor off, it's like CD
Pitch.
mode, so like a
Right.
pitch bend, exactly. So, you slow it right down, you go like that. To speed it up, you spin it that way, and it's the same on the sides.
Right.
But, I mean, you're not buying this to turn the motor off, are you? Let's face it. Like,
Nope.
But, when you touch the top like that, it's in vinyl mode, but when you touch the thing here, it acts like a record, and that's a bit pitch bendy like that. So ticks all the boxes, man.
This section of the module here, like, and you're saying that that's the same on other Denon products as well, then?
Yeah, man.
It's virtually, it's pretty much the same over here.
Yeah,
as
this
well.
is it.
And then there's a familiarity going on with all their stuff at the moment. I'm not very familiar with Denon products, but this is pretty cool. Like, this is like the first time I really got hands on. Like, genuinely, like, wow.
Mate, Denon are mental with their technology. It's so good.
Before we did the video, we connected this to like the Wi-Fi and stuff. It was so quick. It was like, okay, there you are. Okay, bosh.
Well, I updated the firmware on the unit.
Yeah. So that's what you did. Yeah, it was the firmware needed updating because it's
This is connected to my Wi-Fi in the rat cave, and it went. Oh, this is out of date firmware. How do you want to do it? And I said, I want to do it on the unit, and I didn't need to download it from the website to put on a stick to put in there, to hold the shift, do that.
Oh, no.
Mate, it just literally it goes, this is out of date, boom, yeah, do it.
Do it, yeah. And what's really cool is like I noticed there's an Ethernet cable on the back, so if you're at a venue that's got good internet, you could actually just go internet cable in the back instead of using Wi-Fi, which would be quicker.
Do you know what, mate? I actually can't say yes or no on that. So what the Ethernet cable is used for as well is to actually link them together and stuff.
Oh right, okay.
So you can have like more than one, and they're all, like a Pro Link, like they're all kind of talking to each other. If you've got, you know, sort of 4 of them in a row or whatever. But yeah, powerful stuff, man. Right?
Yeah, like really impressed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool. All right. Well, look, let's leave it there. We could talk about this all day, guys. If this has blown your mind as much as it's blown Jimmy's, then drop us a comment. Let us know what, or maybe you've got like this setup, or you're looking at this setup. Let us know what you think. Remember to subscribe to the DJKit YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that you get bing whenever I release a new video. Jimmy may or may not be in it. We've got a lot to talk about other stuff as well. But yeah, man. So look, thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, you take care. Jimmy, my man. Guys, you take care out there. Peace.
Peace.